Hi, I'm Andrew Rodriguez, and welcome to Psychobible, babbling about psychology and theology. Do you want to learn the truth about therapy for unwanted same-sex eroticization and gender identity distress? Are you alarmed by the queering of the mental health profession, not to mention the rest of society, right down to childhood education? Are you looking for fellow professionals who aren't afraid to be politically incorrect and swim against the tide? Do you want to be equipped to push back against the narrative? Do you long to actually help people with gender and sexual integration? Then I want to see you at the Alliance Institute this September 20th and 21st in Bloomington, Minnesota. What is the Alliance? The Alliance for Therapeutic Choice and Scientific Integrity exists to encourage human flourishing by promoting a more complete truth, informed by Judeo-Christian values and natural law, about the science of sexual orientation and biological sex through education, advocacy, clinical training, and therapy. Founded in 1992 by Joseph Nicolosi Sr., Charles Socarides, and Ben Kaufman, originally as NARTH, the National Association for the Research and Therapy of Homosexuality, we are the premier organization for the continuing education training in therapy for unwanted same-sex attraction and gender identity conflicts. In the American Psychological Association's 2009 Task Force report on appropriate therapeutic responses to sexual orientation, they claim that there are no programs for training clinicians in what they dub sexual orientation change efforts, SOCI. This is simply false. It always was false. The Alliance has been training clinicians in what we now call safety, sexual attraction fluidity exploration in therapy, for decades. At Alliance Training Institutes, our keynote addresses and breakout sessions are all eligible for continuing education credits. And not only can you earn CEUs for your license, but as of 2016, the Alliance has a program for certification in safety. Whenever you come to Alliance conferences and attend the requisite presentations, you move toward preferred provider status. I myself am one of the early completers of the certification program. Yes, you can go to all sorts of conferences this year. There are a growing number of conferences actually that are out there on sexuality, even ones that are based on reality and not falling for the woke hegemony. But with the Alliance, you can earn up to 18 CE credits with access to recordings of all the sessions. And only the Alliance has a safety certification. So if you're a mental health clinician that wants to be adequately trained in the best practices for gender and sexuality conflicts, make it a priority to participate in the Alliance. Become an Alliance partner and save on the Training Institute. We have 35% off discounts for students and emerging clinicians, 20% off for clinical partners and for community partners. Yes, non-clinicians are welcome. But we definitely want to see more therapists trained up in the work that we do. I first got involved with the Alliance when I was awarded the Joseph Nicolosi Student Excellence Award in 2015 for standing up against anti-therapy discrimination in graduate school when I was smeared for offering counseling for people dealing with unwanted same-sex attraction. In 2016, they flew me to their conference in Dallas to share my story. And ever since then, I was hooked, attending every conference from that year forward. I discovered a community of like-minded professionals, real heroes in the trenches with me. Our conferences went virtual in 2020, but we returned to in-person last year for a small conference in Las Vegas. Now, as of 2024, I'm on the board of the Alliance and part of the Institute Planning Committee, and I'm excited for what we have planned this year. We'll be meeting all day Friday and then Saturday morning. Our keynote speakers are Mike Davidson from the UK and the International Foundation for Therapeutic and Counseling Choice, a sister organization for the Alliance, Paul Solons from the Catholic University of America and the Ruth Institute, and Jane Anderson from the American College of Pediatricians. Our breakout session speakers include Anthony Cox, Keith Venom, David Pickup, Peggy McFarland, Robert Vazzo, Christopher Rossick, and yours truly. Learn from the experts in presentations on same-sex parenting, sexual arousal templates, political advocacy for client rights, the etiology or causation of same-sex attraction and eroticization, and transgender ideology. Friday night will also include a screening of the documentary Disconnected, followed by a discussion on it. And we're doing something extra special this year. After the Clinical Institute ends Saturday around lunchtime, we will be holding an Ethics, Family, and Faith Division event. We don't want to engage just clinicians, but to equip the larger community. So, the EFF division focuses on the intersection of faith and sexuality/gender to help individuals, families, and faith organizations become equipped with truth in this challenging time. Even the Institute sessions on Saturday morning will be considered a crossover with this event, so these presentations will be more approachable for non-clinicians. So even if you register only for Saturday, you are also entitled to attend the Alliance Institute breakout sessions Saturday morning. It's a really good deal. Come for just the Alliance Conference, and you're entitled to come to the whole thing, the Institute as well as the Ethics, Family, and Faith Division event. In addition to other Institute speakers, we will have presentations by Pastor Darren Mell. You know him as my cohort from Voice of the Voiceless, who is now also working with the Alliance as our Operations Director. Pastor Nate Oilo from Agape First Ministries. Daniel Schmid from Liberty Council. And current Alliance President Andy Visser. We'll also be screening the documentary Dead Name. Like I said, this year is going to be packed. Don't miss it. But don't just consider coming to this event. Become an Alliance partner. We have partnerships for clinicians, students and emerging clinicians, and general community partners. The perks include discounts on the Institute, like I said before, access to our library of content we're uploading to our website for partners, and access to our monthly clinical discussion group, which I participate in. Go to therapeuticchoice.com for more info and to register. I hope to see you there. In the meantime, please remember that Jesus loves you freely, fully, faithfully, and fruitfully. And may you be part of the solution to the sexual identity crisis that we have in our world.